All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're building the single most important part of an AI-powered second brain. And we're not just talking theory here, we're actually going to build it. We're creating what productivity expert Jake Cusack calls the Dropbox. This is the foundation for everything.
So, let me ask you a question. You know that brilliant idea you had in the shower, or that thing you had to remember while you were driving? How long do you think that thought actually sticks around before, poof, it's gone? A minute? 30 seconds?
The answer is about 5 seconds. That's it, 5. That's the tiny window you have to grab an idea before your brain just moves on to the next thing. And that, right there, is the problem we have to solve. It all comes down to the 5-second rule.
And look, I want to be really clear about how important this is. This isn't just some little productivity hack. As the source material says, getting this one thing right is everything. If you get it wrong, or worse, if you skip it, the rest of the system just completely falls apart.
So what's the solution? It's this beautiful, simple concept, the Dropbox. And the definition says it all. It's a single, trusted place where you can capture any thought in under 5 seconds. That's the only rule. No fancy apps, no complicated folder systems, no stopping to give it a title. Just pure, frictionless capture.
So how do we actually do this? Well, the great news is you almost certainly don't need to download anything new. There are basically 3 main ways you can create a Dropbox that actually meets that 5-second deadline. Let's see what they are.
Okay, so here are our 3 contenders. You've got self-chat, which is probably the fastest for just quick little text notes. Then you have your classic notes apps, which are also super fast and flexible. And finally, voice memos, which is the undisputed champion for getting down complex ideas. But it comes with a catch. Let's break each one down.
Okay, let's start with the one that's actually recommended, even though it might sound a little bit weird at first. And that's setting up a chat with yourself. I know, but trust me, its power is in its simplicity and the fact that you already have all the tools you need.
And I mean, just look at this list. Whether you're on WhatsApp, iMessage, Telegram, or even Slack at work, you can create a private little space just for you. The whole point is that you're using an app that's probably already open on your phone all day. That means there's pretty much zero friction to getting a thought down.
And this is exactly what it looks like in the real world. Check out the speeds here. 2 seconds. That's how long it takes to jot down a key fact from a meeting without even losing track of the conversation. Or 3 seconds to remember something while you're walking down the street. It's just pure, simple capture. Now, if the idea of talking to yourself in a chat app just feels a little too strange for you, don't worry. Option 2 is probably what you're thinking of anyway. And that's using a dedicated notes app, like the ones that already came on your phone.
And listen, both Apple Notes and Google Keep are fantastic for this. The trick is setting them up for speed. With Apple Notes, you can add a shortcut right to your lock screen. And with Google Keep, you can put a widget on your home screen for like one-tap capture. Both of them also have great voice dictation, which is super fast.
All right, let's talk about our third and final option. This one is an absolute game changer for anybody who thinks better out loud. You know, if you're one of those people who paces around the room to work through an idea, then this is for you. Using your phone's voice recorder is, and I mean this, it's the fastest way to get a big, complex, nuanced thought out of your head and save somewhere safe. It's incredible. Now here's the trade-off. For our AI to be able to use it later, that audio has to be turned into text. But don't worry about that for now. We'll get to it.
So, we've got our 3 options. But before you go picking one, there is one rule. A single rule that you absolutely, positively cannot break. This is maybe the most important part of this whole thing.
Here it is. You have to pick one Dropbox. Just one. Not 2, not, oh, I'll use chat for this and notes for that. No. The moment you have ideas in your chat, reminders on sticky notes, and to-dos in an email draft, you don't have a system, you just have a mess. The whole point is to build one single trusted place for every single thought.
Okay. Enough talk, let's actually do this right now. I want you to pick the option that felt the most natural to you, the one you know you'll actually use, and we're going to get it set up in less than 60 seconds.
If you pick the self-chat option in WhatsApp, it's this easy. Find that Message Yourself contact. Now, press and hold on it, and then just hit Pin. That's it. It will now live right at the top of your chats, always one tap away. Go ahead, send yourself a message right now.
And if you went with a note tab, it's just as quick. Open it up, create a brand new note, and call it Dropbox, maybe with a little inbox emoji. In Apple Notes, just pin it so it's always at the top. And in Google Keep, The real power move is to add that capture widget right to your phone's home screen.
All right, your tool is ready to go. Now it's time to actually put it to work. So here's your first mission, if you choose to accept it. It's a really simple challenge for the next 24 hours.
For the next 24 hours, your only job is to capture everything. And I mean everything. Don't judge it, don't filter it. If it pops into your head, it goes into the Dropbox. To-dos, big ideas, little reminders, that weird observation about the dripping tap, even that random song you heard. Just get it all in there.
And I want to be super clear about why we're doing this. The goal here is not to be organized. We are not sorting anything. We're not creating a masterpiece. The one and only goal is to build the habit, that muscle memory, to train your brain to instantly capture a thought the moment it appears.
Because once that becomes an automatic reflex, you've already won the hardest battle of building a second brain. You've laid the foundation. Seriously, everything that comes after this, all the cool AI stuff, all the smart connections, it's just building on top of this one simple habit. So I'll leave you with this one last question as you start the challenge. Once you actually open up the floodgates and give your brain a single trusted place to put absolutely everything, what do you think it's going to capture in the next 24 hours? I have a feeling the answer is going to surprise you.